Good evening and welcome to the Royal Hall, Harrogate, for this evening's gala with Dr. Evadne Hinge and Dame Hilda Brackett. This magnificent concert hall is filled to capacity with a glittering gala audience which includes one or two well-known local figures, including the Mayor and Mayoress, Lady Brackett, and of course, Mrs. Baverstock. Already on the platform we have the augmented Stacton Trestle Strings and members of the Stacton Trestle and District Choral Society with, I'm told, one or two members of the Operatic Society and the Play Group. The programme this evening is as rich and varied as ever. We have a song by Noel Coward, Dame Hilda's favourite number from Showboat, and a preview of the next Operatic Society production. Tewkesbury Tolman, Stacton's favourite baritone and the local butcher, is with us again. And here, coming onto the platform, are Dr. Evadne Hinge and Dame Hilda Brackett.
Gentlemen, the toast is Tokay. Tokay, the golden sunshine of a summer's day. Tokay, will bear the burden of your cares away. Here's to the hope in you, the flame in you, the fire in you. Wine in the wind will waft you along, lifting you high on the wings of a song. The hope in you, the dreams in you, the desire in you. Tokay. So while forgetfulness we borrow, never minding what tomorrow has to say. Tokay, the only thing we all obey. Tokay.
We wine and dine, the barracks are left behind. We come down to the town to find some relief from the daily grind.
Love is mine. Tokay.
The roads are red and wide, to the graves of the sun we find, on the banks of the golden wine, so ripe and purified.
Sweet divine, love is wine.
Lift your voices till the rafters ring.
Fill your glasses to the brim and sing. Tokay, the golden sunshine of a summer's day. Tokay, will bear the burden of your cares away. Here's to the hope in you, the flame in you, the fire in you.
Kind of a soul, lifting you high on the wings of a song.
The dreams in you, the hope in you, desire in you. Tokay. So while forgetfulness we borrow, never minding what tomorrow has to say. Tokay. Do you know you all look splendid?
Don't they?
They look wonderful. I think you all look absolutely adorable. I love dressing for the evening because I think an evening occasion is splendid. And you cannot do better than black and pearls, I always say. It suits everybody, doesn't it? Sorry, sir. Sorry. Yeah. Still, we're a long way from home, aren't we? Suppose you are too. Well, now, for all you Gilbert and Sullivan fans, tonight we've got something rather splendid. Not one song, but a double portion. A big helping, a conflation.
An embarrassed richesse.
Crepes is it. And
The first song in our Gilbert and Sullivan selection this evening is from Patience. Patience is one of the most popular, of course, of all the Gilbert and Sullivan works. And one in which we have appeared ourselves many, many times. So in this scene from the first act, the part of Patience will be played for you by Dame Hilda. Patience is a simple village milkmaid, not to say feeble-minded, and
It's the weight of me pails.
in this scene from the first act, Patience first encounters the 20 lovesick maidens, played by myself. And we shall be preceding the song for Patience with the customary recitative.
Following hot on the heels, of course, will be a trio from the Mikado. Nick. Still brooding on their mad infatuation, I thank thee, love, thou comest not to me. Far happier I, freed from thy ministrations, than dukes or duchesses all love can be.
'Tis Patience, happy girl, loved by a poet.
Your pardon, ladies, I intrude upon you.
Nay, pretty child, come hither. Is it true that you have never loved?
Most true indeed,
Most marvelous.
and most deplorable. I cannot tell what this love may be that cometh to all yet not to me. It cannot be wise as they'd imply, then why do these ladies sigh? It cannot be joy or rapture deep, then why do these gentle maidens weep? It cannot be blissful as 'tis said, or while their eyes so wondrous red. For everywhere true love I see, are coming to all yet not to me. I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blithe and I am gay, while they sit sighing night and day.
For she is blithe and she is gay.
Think of the gulf twixt them and me. Think of the gulf twixt them and me. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, la la la. And me. If love is a fault, they show no wit who foolishly hug and foster it. If love is a weed, how foolish they who gather it day by day. If love is a nettle that makes you smart, then why do you wear it next your heart? And if it be none of these, say I, oh, why do you sit and sigh and sigh? For everywhere true love I see, are coming to all yet not to me. I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blithe and I am gay, while they sit sighing night and day.
For she is blithe and she is gay.
Think of the gulf twixt them and me. Think of the gulf twixt them and me. Ah, la 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 la. La 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 la. If I marry you, oh, when your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's how do you do? Here's how do you do?
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding. Let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's the state of things, here's the state of things. With a passion that's intent to worship and the law, but the laws of common sense you ought to ignore. If what I say is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things. Here's a what you say is true, I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a pretty howdy-do.
Must be slaughtered too. Here's howdy-do, here's howdy-do. Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding. Let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's the state of things, here's the state of things. When the passion gets intense, I worship and adore. By the laws of common sense you ought to ignore. If what I say is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's the pretty state of things, here's the pretty howdy-do. Here's the pretty state of things, the pretty state of things. Here's howdy-do.
What you say is true, I cannot marry you.
Here's the pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a pretty howdy-do. Oh, golly gosh. And the young man joining us then, of course, our local butcher, Tewkesbury Tillman, who needs no introduction. That's why I didn't get one. I could see you all then, all you devotees. Your feet were going like this, your eyes were going like that. That's what the Mikado does for you. That's what it's done for me. But, of course, Patience, on the other hand, is rather theatrical. Modelled quite liberally, I think, on Swinburne and Oscar Wilde. And, of course, it's very aesthetic, you see. Now, when one's being aesthetic, you start to think of things like Earl Grey tea.
Oh, dear. Now, I shan't have to remind you, dear, who was always drinking that stuff in the old days?
Who was always drinking? Oh, you mean Dorothy?
Yes.
Oh, well, we knew Dorothy in the old days.
Yeah.
But, well, when I say that, we knew her as Dodie Bantock. And when Evadne and I were with the Rosa Charles Opera, she was my understudy.
That's right. She never went on.
Well, I was never off, you see.
But Dodie was a very strange person in many ways, wasn't she, dear?
Yes. Idiosyncratic.
And foible-ridden.
To a fault.
To a degree.
Yes, yes. But I blame that, you see, on the transition from home life to theatre.
Yeah.
It's a big step, and a lot of people can't cope with it, you see. But her mother came from a titled and aristocratic family, so she said. And it gave her ideas. She was only my understudy, but thought she was a star. She even had her bread delivered.
And, of course, you remember how it all started, don't you, dear?
Oh, the boots. Yes. She acquired a pair of high-heeled oscillate boots with zips in the back and turned-down tops. You don't get those for nothing.
No. And, of course, the sad thing about Dodie was, you see, I always felt that somehow she lacked that one essential quality for a singer.
No voice.
Quite.
Would have been a boon in the ring cycle.
Wouldn't it? But, you know, I often think about Dodie and how shocked she would be to hear us performing all this modern stuff.
She'd be horrified. She was never very modern. She never moved with the times, you see. And people often say to that in myself, do you like modern music? Well, of course we do. Do you ever sing it? Yes, we do. So tonight, for all you doubting Thomases, We're going to give you a little selection from a show which is currently in rehearsal in Stackton Trestle. We're going to come right up to date with South Pacific.
We feel restless, we feel blue.
We feel lonely and in grief. We feel every kind of feeling but a feeling of relief.
We feel hungry as the wolf felt when he met Red Riding Hood. We don't feel good. Lots of things in life are beautiful, but brother,
there is one particular thing that is nothing whatsoever in any way, shape, or form like any other.
there is nothing like a day, nothing in the world. There is nothing with a name that is anything like a day. Nothing else is quite the same, nothing in the world.
And the soft and wavy flame, like the silhouette of a day.
There is absolutely nothing like the frame of a dame.
Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do.
You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream,
How you gonna have a dream come true?
talk about a moon floating in the sky,
Looking like a lily on a lake.
talk about a bird learning how to fly,
Making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true?
talk about a boy saying to a girl, golly baby, I'm a lucky cuss. Talk about a girl saying to the boy, you and me is lucky to be us.
Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? If you don't talk happy and you never have a dream, then you'll never have a dream come true. Is good idea you like? shall I come to me, come to me. Bonny heart, bonny heart, bonny heart. A song now from the pen of one of theatre's most adored and talented ladies, Joyce Grenfell. I'm going to see you today. All's well with my world and the people that I meet as I hurry down the street seem to know I'm on my way coming to you. This is a beautiful day. I'm waiting on air, and my feet have taken to wings. My heart with happiness sings, I'll see you today. This is a red letter day. It's come at last, you see. Couldn't really be a better day. It was meant for you and me. This day we've been awaiting patiently. This is enchantment to me. For I'm going to see you today. All's well with my world and the people that I meet as I hurry down the street seem to know I'm on my way coming to you. This is a beautiful day. I'm treading on air, and my feet have taken to wings. My heart with happiness sings, I'll see you today. I'll see you today. You remember the young man who joined us earlier this evening, our local butcher, Tewkesbury Tolman? Would you give him a warm welcome back onto the platform? That's a lovely suit. Yes, you'll fill it out soon. Now, I believe, of course, on this special occasion, you've been rehearsing something for Dr. Hinch and myself. Would you like to tell me what it is, dear?
Dame Hilda, I should very much like to sing for you On the Road to Mandalay.
Isn't this place good enough? Give me your music, dear. Yes. That's
Thank you,
Tewkesbury's music.
Is it?
dear, all
Thank you,
right.
Dear,
What are you going to have your chips out of now? No sense of humour at all. Very well.
By the old Moulmein Pagoda, looking eastward to the sea, there's a Burma girl awaiting, and I know she thinks of me. For the wind is in the palm trees, and the temple bells, they say, come you back, you British soldier, come you back to Mandalay, come you back to Mandalay. Can't you hear their paddles chunking from Rangoon to Mandalay? On the road to Mandalay, where the flying fishes play, and the dawn comes up like thunder out of China, cross the bay.
Gentlemen, just returned, and thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ship me somewhere east of Suez,
There's one
where
person,
the
one
West
corner, that's
is
the door.
white,
We said one person.
where there ain't no Ten Commandments,
We said one person,
and
one
a man can raise a
A
thirst.
thirst. Would you like a drink? Oh, I'd love a glass of sherry. Let's have a glass of sherry, yes.
And it's there I long to be, by the old Mulvane pagoda, looking lazy at the sea, looking lazy at the sea. Come you back to Mandalay, where the old flotilla lay. Can't you hear the paddles jumping from Rangoon to Mandalay?
He's drunk now, again.
The road to Mandalay, where the flying fishes play, and the moon comes up like thunder out of China, cross the bay.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, just returned. Thank you very much indeed.
Where the flying fishes play, like thunder out of China,
Remind me to cancel a Sunday joint. Speaking of shops, you know yesterday when you went to get your bottle of Ribena?
Yes.
Well, I was coming along Parliament Street and they've made it one way, you know.
Have they?
Yeah, so I was all right.
Oh, good.
I was just pulling the car into the side of the road, you know, lovely little space. And this woman came up to me about there. And, oh, you'd know her again. And she had on a blue serge two-piece and a matching hat with a yellow band and a name on it. Hadn't time to read it. Anyway, she tapped on the window and she said, "I say, love." Just like that. She said, "Didn't you see the arrows?" And you know what I
Then what was you saying?
I said, "Well, I didn't even see the Indians." I couldn't.
What did you do?
I couldn't do that. But she had no sense of humor. If you'd seen her face as I reversed over a foot.
Yes, well, now, you're digressing there, and what's worse is I'm allowing you to. Now,
come along. It's the one you've been waiting for all evening.
What, the next song?
Showboat?
Oh, gorgeous. I love Showboat. Jerome Kern wrote it in 1919 and it was an immediate success.
And you were lovely in it, dear, I must say.
I wasn't in the original.
Oh, good heavens, no. You see, we revived Showboat in the late 1940s.
That's close enough, yes.
Quite. And it was in that production that Dame Hilda sang the role of Julie Laverne, one of the principal characters, of course. And I must say that your performance was captivating. You looked radiant. You sang beautifully. The whole thing was magical from beginning to end.
You're saying that about me?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, that's so sweet. You see, the role of Julie was lovely.
It was.
And it had been created in London's West End by that wonderful artiste, Mary Burke. She was gorgeous.
Yes, she was. That, of course, was a stage name, you know.
It wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was a stage name, it was.
It wasn't.
Now, come along, dear. Think. Her husband wasn't a Burke, was he?
He was. She became a Burke when she married him. But she had a lovely voice. It was very gentle, you know.
And, of course, there were lovely melodies to sing in Showboat.
Oh,
can
gorgeous.
you remember the song you sang in the second act by the piano?
Bill. He's just my Bill, an ordinary guy. He hasn't got a thing that I could brag about. And a lovely duet right at the beginning of the show on the boat itself
you
with
mean
Magnolia and Ravenel. Only make believe I love you. Only make believe.
I think my favourite song in Showboat, however, was a solo you sang in Act 1.
Oh, Old Man River. Oh, yeah.
No.
I didn't sing that, did I? Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I've gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow. Tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. But when he comes back, that day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine. Now listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, though I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I love that man. It must be something that the angels done plan. I can't get up there. It's too slow. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I've gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow. Tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. That's what we call theatrical license. And I've paid mine, we're all right. But we, you know, we presented Showboat and Stacton Trestle in quite recent years. And the nice thing about an operatic society is that it becomes like a family. And that's because of the people who belong through the years, and they become so important. Well, they're all important. And one person in particular we've always adored having with us in Stacton, of course, is our renowned choreographer, Sir George Clark, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight. Sad, isn't it?
It is rather, yeah.
Yes, but nice for him. He's been requested to present his Nutcracker at Penge Gaumont. So.
Penge Gaumont?
Yes.
Surely that closed, didn't it, dear?
No, it's reopened.
Has it?
Yes.
I didn't know.
And speaking of theatres reopening, you know when I went to visit Mother last week?
Yes.
Who do you think I bumped into coming along the high road waving a packet of arrowroot?
Haven't the remotest idea.
Newton Maudsley.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did, yes,
How
yes.
is it?
He was wonderful. He looked marvellous. And you know, his hair was still dark and he was sprightly. And I mean, he's all of... He must be our age.
At least.
Yes. Yes. And he came up to me and he said, Hilda Old Gill, my God. Frightfully cut glass and tennis balls.
Are Newton and Fay still involved in theatre?
Oh, yes, but the other side of the footlights.
How do you mean?
Production and management.
Oh,
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Yes. The majestic Congleton.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, how nice.
yes. They're hoping to go live. Well, almost.
Yeah.
And he wants to make it into a Northern Glyndebourne.
Clever idea.
And he wants to transfer the proms up there.
From
Probably,
London?
well, probably knows a good building.
Yeah,
Because Faye's family were in cement.
For years.
Yes,
weren't
yes,
they?
yes.
Well, I wish him luck, that's all I can say. And if he succeeds, he's bound to ask you to sing the solos here. That is certain.
Well, you mean on the last night of the proms?
Yes.
You'd have thought that,
I would have
wouldn't
been
you?
certain of it, yes.
Yes, well, he's got somebody else.
Well, how do you mean?
Vestibules.
She's not still singing, is she?
No. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, being with you again tonight has been absolutely marvellous. Sadly, soirees come to an end so quickly. But you know we have a traditional finish to our evenings, of course. Tonight we'd like you to join in the second chorus, if you'd be so kind. But I want to say at this point, too, that we both thank you for coming along and joining us, because by doing that, you've made two old ladies very happy. All we need now is a couple of Boy Scouts to see us over the road. Yes, I've got a big bag of shillings. Right.
Land of hope and glory, Mother